Hey Annual Conference. My name is Daryl Lockey, and I am here at the beautiful Bridgewater Crossing at the confluence of the Beaver and Ohio rivers. And this is my friend here,
Tim Goodman.
and we're here to talk just for a little bit today about revitalization in our church, and specifically for our context, vital mergers. I have the privilege of serving at Grace United Methodist Ministry in Newcastle. We are 4 churches, all merged into one, as we like to do it big up there. And look forward to having you guys hear a little bit about our story, some sacrifice in there, some new life within that sacrifice, and Christ has been at work, as I know it's the same for Tim at College Ave.
Yep.
What about you, Tim? What do you see?
Yeah, I'm serving at College Avenue, UMC in Beaver, Pennsylvania. It is one church that was formed from 2 churches, College Hill and near Geneva College in Beaver Falls, and Beaver UMC. And Daryl and I walked that together with those congregations in the merger process. And all along the way, we've just been trying to find a way to pray about that. And one that's helped me do that is Acts chapter 2, when Peter stands up and gives explanation of the gospel of Jesus Christ and the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, and he quotes from Joel. He says, "In the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams." And we want to expand that to even say your young women and young men and old women and old men will have dreams and have visions. And that's been my prayer through this merger conversation, through the merger itself, and over this last year of COVID-19, that God would, by His Spirit, help birth new dreams and new visions, and that God's people would find even new words to make Christ known and to help disciple people. And that's part of our prayer for revitalization ministry and merger conversations that you might want to have. And now you're going to hear from Jane and Mary Kay, 2 leaders from the merged congregations.
My name is Mary Kay Brown, and I am a member of the College Avenue United Methodist Church. The former College Hill United Methodist Church congregation had been struggling for quite some time to maintain our church amidst financial concerns. We were spending funds from our endowment to pay basic bills, as congregational giving did not meet the needs. It was determined that if we continued on the same path, the endowment would have been gone within about 1.5 years, and we would need to close the doors. We were not being good stewards of that money, and ultimately we did not want to keep the doors open for the sake of staying open. Not only were finances a concern, but the number of people willing and able to serve was limited. We wanted to take our resources, financial and people, and join with another church to continue to bless the Beaver Valley. The College Hill and Beaver United Methodist congregations had a lot in common: declining membership, small numbers of people who were both serving in leadership and helping with all activities, and a desire to do more for our church families as well as the greater community. We each had negotiable and non-negotiable items that we brought to the table, and as it turns out, the list lined up quite nicely. Our focus is bringing the congregation together as one, and one way that we're doing this is moving forward with working with Spiritual Leadership Incorporated. A small group of members from both former congregations will be working with this consulting group through a team-based approach to leadership and disciple-making focus for our church. As a result of this merger, we're hoping for many more years of fellowship and service to the congregation and to the community.
Hi, I'm Jane Dean, and I'm a former member of Upworth United Methodist Church in Newcastle, and now I am a member of the merged Grace United Methodist Ministry. We are also in the same situation that you were, looking at our financials and realizing that we were dwindling in our coffers and dwindling in our membership. We started the process probably about 12 years ago, looking a bit here and there about merging with another church, and then finally about 2 years ago we really became serious about it, and one of the 5 churches chose not to be a part of the group, but then 4 churches did decide to merge, and some of the people, as Daryl was saying, had to sacrifice. They sacrificed their church. Some folks had been in that church for 60, 70 years. But when we named our new entity, we named it Grace United Methodist Ministry. And we did so, and we were intentional about not using the word church, because we wanted to say that we were willing to give up our church buildings so that we would be able to do more ministry. There is sacrifice involved. There is a long time frame sometimes, and yet what is exciting about it is that we now have 3 people coming from this church, or this one and this one and this one, into different activities that we're doing, and 3 times 4 is 12, and we know what Christ was able to do with 12. So it's been a blessing.
Thanks, Mary Kay and Jane. I want to share a little more with you now about church revitalization around our conference.
Greetings to you from the McKeesport Area Shared Ministry. I have the pleasure of serving with Pastor Michelle A. Nagel, and I am William B. Meekins, Jr. The McKeesport Area Shared Ministry is a collection of 5 congregations, which we call campuses. Our goal is to move from 5 worship sites to 3 mission worship sites. We believe that if we are able to do this, that we will be more effective in our witness and in our ministry. It also will provide the opportunity for us to move people to move out of their passions, as opposed to just having people in place. Our desire is to walk with this confidently, boldly, knowing that God's grace will sustain us. Go Tigers.